keep in mind that he may be failing to meet your expectations simply because he's too tired or stressed to focus on meeting your needs. If he has a very stressful work environment, often he will just be mentally shot. And when he comes home, it's like, now, you know, I've got to meet her expectations about this and that and the other thing. And I'm not saying that you should not have expectations, but just realize that could be a reason that he's having a struggle meeting some of your expectations. And if you think that is the case, first of all, maybe cut him a little bit of a break. But secondly, you might want to sit down with him and talk about a plan to alleviate his stress, or why he's so exhausted or why he's so tired. And this would be a gentle conversation to say, I see that you're coming home stressed. I see that you're, and probably don't talk about this the minute he comes home because he's stressed. But wait till the weekend or whatever, and say, I noticed that you seem really burdened and stressed or exhausted, and that's not good for you, and it's not good for our marriage. So can we talk about some ways that we could bring more peace to you and to our home? And see what I mean? So again, you're going to talk through this. And again, these are reasons that he might not be meeting your expectations. He may be purposely avoiding meeting your needs because he is resentful toward you. I know of a husband that this was the case, and so I thought, I'm going to add this in there because this could be a reason. Hopefully it's not, but this could be a reason. It's called being passive-aggressive. I know you want this, I'm just not going to do it. Because I really am mad at you, and I haven't really discussed it with you, I'm just going to withhold what I know that you want. That would be passive-aggressive. And there could be this underlying thing where he has not, for some reason, had the courage to bring up something with you. He's got this underlying resentment that's been growing, and so now he's just not going to play ball. He knows what you want, but he's not going to give it to you. And that could be, I'm not saying that this is why you have unmet expectations, but you might want to pray and ask God, is this something that's going on here? And then, you might want to gently ask him, is there something that I'm doing that's annoying you or bothering you? I'm just kind of wondering, and again, it's that humility thing, because now you're asking for it. But maybe you'll find out that there is something that he, for some reason, was reluctant to bring up. Do this in a loving, gentle, kind way with him. Proverbs 16:21 says, sweetness of speech increases persuasiveness. Okay, but the big one that I wanted to get to tonight is, he may not know what you desire. Because men are not mind readers, even though we want them to be and we think they are, but they're not. And we're going to have to learn to actually communicate our expectations if we want our husbands to meet them. If you have expectations and you don't communicate them to your husband, he probably won't meet them, and guess who will now be becoming bitter? You. Slowly, you just get a little more resentful, a little more bitter because he's not doing what I expected him to do. And yet, if you haven't clearly communicated this, it's like he's got two hands tied behind his back, and he's like, I don't even know why she seems to be so cold lately, or whatever. Slowly start to write some of those things down. And then, the next point is, sit down with your husband, perhaps once a week even, maybe on a date night. You could pick one topic a week, and discuss your expectations and his expectations for that same area. And this could take a whole year, who knows, because, you could work once a week or whatever you want to do, but wouldn't that be a great date night conversation to take one topic, and you could think about yours ahead of time. You could even tell him, hey, let's talk about this ahead of time. And you guys could talk about your expectations, and I bet you will find out things you did not know. That he actually preferred this, or this handled this way, or he expected this, and you just didn't know because we don't think about clearly communicating some of these things. Really listen to his point of view and try to get behind his eyeballs and see his perspective, right? And then you guys can come together. So the last point is to work to find common ground, or I guess it's not the last point. Work to find common ground and agree on an acceptable compromise.